Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is part 2 of my visit to Click Antiques in Northampton, my local antique centre. It's the nearest, I think it's less than 2 miles from where I live. So it's a really quick drive. I can just pop in there when I go and see my mum sometimes, or we're just driving around, just go and see what there is, see if there's any bargains. Yeah. So anyway, this is part 2. There is a lot of glass there. There's going to be quite a lot of parts to this video. And yeah, it's funny doing this because you're always worried. You know, I have a little worry in my head that it's going to get boring and I'm going to find nothing new, nothing different, nothing to tell you that you haven't seen before. But yeah, that doesn't happen. So yeah, I'm over 250 videos in, still finding new stuff, still learning as I'm going along. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going. Whether you're watching or not, I'm going to keep going. Anyway, with that said, let's get on and have a look at some glass. These 2 decanters are still here. This one's particularly nice. Every time I come here it says buy me, but I have a lot of cylinder decanters, so maybe not. So these will be from the 1830s. This one's very Regency. You see these bands patterned like this? That's a very Regency feature. This is like a standard piece from that time. A lot of these were made, and it's a 1 pinter, which, yeah, you can't. I mean, you can get a bottle of wine in that, but not in that. If I get up there, you can see there's a bit of size difference. Sticking with self-promotion, I'm back on my own website. I just thought, yeah, do it. Let's go in. So generically, those decanters are called cylinder decanters because the body is a cylinder. I have a section on those. You see this one is like from 1800. That's my oldest cylinder. And let's put it this bit later. But if I scroll down, there we go. This is the one that was on the right. Exactly like this. This is the most common type. The one I own has got a bit of bloom on it. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 references for it. It does appear in this book, at least in the 19th century British Glass, Hugh Wakefield, page 36. It appears in an advert from 1839 for Absolute Pellet, and they call it the royal shape, and that's what I've called royal type. Here we go. There it is. There, where it's got these 3 rings, and it's got the body in the cylinder shape and rounded stopper like that. So that's a royal type. If I click on it, you just get a better look. You can see mine's got terrible bloom. I think it was like I got it for a cut boot or something for a couple of quid. So yeah, that's what you expect. And they're not valuable because there's so many. One distinctive feature of a lot of them is they have what's known as a cartwheel base. And this is a distinctive feature that you see from around the 1820s and 30s. You can see the cutting, instead of being a star, they've got like the pontle polished out the middle, and then they have this big cartwheel through. Sometimes the pontle's very small, so you can hardly notice it's there, but the big cartwheel cutting across the base. And then if I go back, and I don't have an exact match for the other one, but I have something fairly close. I've got this one here, which is a bit later. So I've labelled this one 1830 to 40. Again, got a lot of references again. And it's got, during the Regency period, it was the fashion for lots of different shapes of decanters as well, to create basically random patterns in bands. So you've got like hobnail, then you've got this crisscrossing pattern, then you've got this one, and then you've got these panels around here, and then you've got a bit of step cutting. And some might only have like 2 or 3 bands, but some of them have like, this has got 5. So yeah, and that one also had a lot of bands, if I remember rightly. So yeah, that one also had cutting on the rings, which this one doesn't. And this one has a solid mushroom, and that one had a blown mushroom. So, but it's the same kind of style idea from the Regency period, where you do different types of cutting in bands up the length of the decanter. I said you even have Prussian shaped ones and all sorts of other shaped ones with these bands on them. There's a funny noise coming from over there. This is nice. I think it's Bohemian. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. It's pre or post-war. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm going to see if I can find that. We are looking at the Glass Musterbuch website, and yeah, so I think this is what we're looking at. So these are exported from Czech Republic. It says this is Glass Export Novibor. Now there's a few companies called Novibor that I found. I've not been able to pin which one this one, because I'm looking at another website in the Bohemian Glass website and couldn't find it, but this is a more general one. But anyway, what I do know is this is the same maker, because I believe these ones here and this one are blown into the same mold, because it's the same shape. It's got that short neck, it's got a little bit here, a little bit sticking out at the bottom, can you see, around the base where it just slants in. Same shape. So you've got 4 decanters there. There's some others on other pages as well. Same shape stopper, and they're all painted different patterns. There's probably about 8 million different patterns anyway. So it's from Bohemian 1950s Novibor, and I think the price was a very good price for such a stylish hand painted decanter, mid-century. Yeah, doesn't get better than that really. Not super quality, but all looks. So after a bit of bumping around, I've ended up at good old replacements.com, and yeah, so it's got I've got a pattern number for it here, and lots of other places are agreeing with this pattern number. It's at 1598. This is the little bowl here. It's designed by Edward Hald. So Edward Hald was, I know he was designing as early as 1926 as far as I know. So yeah, so this is probably pre-war. If it's not pre-war, it's going to be just post-war, I suspect. This is not giving any dates, but yeah, this is the little low bowl here. There's more of them, and there's also jugs to go with it, and vases as well. Look, there you see some of the white. What is even that? Jam jelly with lid? I don't know. Yeah, vases and different sizes. They've only got one on here, but up to 10 inches tall, so that's going to be a big chunky thing. Whitefriars did something similar in different colours, but theirs is 11 inches across according to the catalogue. So yeah, watch out for that, with the same 4 lobes. I imagine it's going to look like this, but this is a 10-inch one. So if you see a coloured one, because these all appear to be clear, it's going to be a Whitefriars one. But from what I saw in the catalogue, it is only a line drawing. It looks just like this. So after going through the catalogues over and over again, I couldn't find that posy bowl, but I thought it was still Whitefriars, so I did some searches, and yeah, it's Whitefriars. It's an 8993. So the problem with the catalogues is that I have 1931, 1938 and 1940, and 38 and 40 have got it, but these could have been a bit in that gap. It's not in the 31. So anyway, I'm fairly comfortable that it is that, because the colours that the other bowls in this range comes from with this threaded pattern on come in sapphire, which is this one, sea green, which I recognise here. There's another sea green one here, and they don't even know what it is. They're just saying Whitefriars. But this golden amber one, yep, they're saying it's at 8993, and I have seen in the search, is it here? No, I'm probably not going to find it now. Is it here? Yeah, a ruby one. So yeah, we've seen all the colours, and now we've seen a flint one, and those are the 5 colours that there were. So yeah, we've got it covered. I'm very happy that the little posy vase we saw is a white phrase one, and it looks like the design is from the 1930s, and it's at 8993.
Little bottle here. So I think, even though it's like a little pressed glass bottle, I think these are Baccarat. It might be that someone's copying them, but I think they are Baccarat. Ooh, that's looks very Regency. It looks like it's supposed to sit in something. I'm not sure. It's got a polished pond ball. In fact, the whole base is oh yeah, it's polished with a pondlin. But look at all the bubbles and everything inside it. Can you see? What's it called? Really? Georgian a pear, 25. Yeah. These look like 1820s or 30s or something. They look like little short custard glasses or jellies or something. I can't remember which way around it is when you've got short ones like this without a handle. If they're custards or if they're jellies, I will. I can look that out.
We're looking at the Glasmusterbuch.de website, which is a German website that has quite a lot of catalogues from different countries. There's a whole list of them down the side here. They're a bit random. There's only one UK one, but it does have Baccarat from 1916. And yeah, and here is the little bottle that we were looking at. Here it is. Dun, 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 all in different sizes. So that gives you... Also, you see these with a red blush, so it's like red at the top and it fades through orange to yellow to clear. But yeah, this is what that little bottle was. They're not super quality. In France, you see a lot of them. I don't know what the real value of them should be. They're just cute little bottles, really. They're pressed, they're pressed glass. So yeah, they are what they are. Stylish little French perfume bottles, and there you go. The other custard glasses that we saw there, yeah, no chance. I'm only going by look and feel. I've never seen them with that ring on before. It might be that they were designed to sit in a stand, and they might be part of a set of something, so that it would sit in a stand where the ring on the glass would sit on top of a ring in the stand. I don't know. I'm not sure. They are like little custard glasses. I've got custard glasses kind of a little bit shorter than that, with panels and little sloping out edge tops and everything. But yeah, I've never seen them before. I don't recognise them as being in any of my books. So I'm not going to start down a hole of not finding them for several hours. So yeah, they look sort of 1830s, 1840s in style. That's all I can say about them, really.
What's this? There's a thing down here. Looks like a spittoon. Oh, it's a Dartington vase. It looks like a spittoon. Hopefully nobody's used it as that because I've just had my hand in it. At least I haven't used it recently anyway. And then you've got a nice jug here with a ice catcher top. So you put ice. If you put ice cubes in it, it's supposed to stop them dropping into your drink. They stay in the jug. So that means one person doesn't get all the ice cubes and no drink.
The book we're looking at is Dartington Glass, the First 20 Years. And this is for 1973, this page. And this is the vase that we were looking at, the spittoony vase. They're calling it abracadabra. I'm going to call it a spittoon. It's an FT155 and made in clear only. I've never seen one before. Yeah, so not very common. 6 years after the manufacture, so it is an early 70s one. I don't think it was made for very long because I've never seen that before. It's really unusual looking thing.
You can hear that the clocks in here are working. It's 11 o'clock now. Yeah, I think this was here before. I'm still unsure of it. It's not my classical pet. I'm sure it's a pedestal salt boat. But something about it, it's not pleasing to me. Big Victorian carafe. Is it a carafe or is it a decanter? Yeah, it's a carafe. In the back here. And that's quite nice. It's quite big, so it's got a low ring to it. What's it got written on it? Hand blown, cranberry. It's like a blush because it's darker at the top than it is at the bottom. It's £20. And it's about 10 inches tall. That's a good price. This one, no pontle. It looks like some of the Japanese art glass. Don't know if it is or not. We can have a quick look, but yeah, it doesn't seem like a quality thing. This is quite nice. Is it blown? It's got a broken pontle. Yeah, I don't recognise that either. Then you've got a Summerso geode, and it's an ashtray though, which if it's a little bowl, that is an ashtray. A bit more commercial. If it's an ashtray, which is an ashtray, a bit less. And then we've got a Rihimaki chimney vase, and I think these are called Pipu or something like that. I can look that one up.
So we're here looking at good old 20th century glass.com. It has one vase like this, Japanese blue and white vintage glass. There are other colours though, so there's yellow and green and red, and there's also multicoloured ones. He's put several suppliers down here as potentials, but he's saying he's seen it with labels, so, and made in Japan or simply foreign, which was a thing. Yeah, it's about the same size as the one we were looking at, but it's not exactly the same shape. The one thing I noticed about the one I was looking at was that it had a clear base underneath. I think it might be cased. This one does too. So if it's not the same supplier, or I think it's from the same stable or design area. So yeah, I think it's Japanese. I've seen a couple before that are this kind of style, so they're not super common. So I've been hunting for some sort of really good reference for that little ashtray, and all I've found is different versions of it. People are using lovely kind of Murano-y type names for them, but yeah, this one's come from eBay, this picture. Then you got this one here, which is from Etsy. They want £144.15 for it. Oh, and it's sold out, so it's gone. Well, anyway, yeah, that's a lot. Then there's this one here. That's on First Dibs. Don't know what price that is. I'm not going to click through. But anyway, because they got crazy prices too. Andromeda Murano. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe I will look up that in a sec. Got another ruby one. Say Italy 1960s. Yeah, it's Etsy. They might be making that up again. And then you got this. Wow, this is another one that's sold. What the hell? So this is on First Dibs, and they got £389.99 for that. What the? Yeah, that is really surprising. I have no idea what is going on there. First Dibs is its own planet. I think it's for spoiled people that just go, oh, I like it, I'll buy it. But anyway, that seems nuts. So, yeah, I am not certain. I'll stop this and I might have a bit more searching with what I saw in one of those images. So I did a bit more searching. I found another ashtray in blue and green. However, I did find Andromeda Murano. But yeah, this is where the problem is. I don't know if they ever did things differently, but it seems like all they do now is lighting, and what they're doing is like nothing, in no way similar to those orb ashtrays. So yeah, this is not anything at all like orb ashtrays. This is kind of traditional Venetian chandeliers, along with modern interpretations. And yeah, that's a bit weird. But anyway, and yeah, so this is the kind of stuff they're doing now. So I don't think it's made by it. Just, I mean, yeah, this page is a bit weird. You have to do this, and it shows you what they make under each of these different. But they're making, yeah, traditional Venetian chandeliers and then modern interpretations of them. See, that's very traditional style. And then that's not. Yeah, that's a traditional one. That's not. So you get the idea. This is where they're at now. And I don't see any summer so even in the lighting. So yeah, I don't think so.
Jug down here, little press glass jug. I think these are Ravenhead, these ones. Yeah, because they made press glass, I found out recently. I've got some references for them. So I will see if that is what I think it is.
I've tried to find that little jug before, and I found a reference saying it was made by Sowerby. And in fact, I've looked harder and I found another reference saying it's Sowerby and another one. And I think there was another one somewhere as well. But anyway, I've looked in about 10 Sowerby catalogues, going like from about the 1920s through to the 1960, I think it is. And I can't find that jug. So I'm not convinced. I need something more. If one of them was to mention a patent number or anything like that, I would be a bit more, believing. But the only reference I can find for this jug, when I was just looking for press glass jug, was saying it's Sowerby. So yeah, it's a difficult one. I think I'm just going to go with it might be Sowerby, but I've got no evidence for it being Sowerby.
Yes, it looks like it's super quality. Yes, it is. It looks like it's something John Walsh would do. £28 though, so that's quite a bit. But it's got the tray, the plate to go with it. There's a chip on the plate though. Yeah.
So, looking at that little finger bowl with the grapes, the little panels cut underneath, and the plate that goes with it with more grapes, very high quality. It was chipped though. But anyway, I just wanted to use it to highlight some of the difficulty you have in trying to figure out what glass is what. So this is John Walsh glass I've done a search on, and you can see it's got panels and a row of grapes. Yeah, and this is what most people, when they see this pattern, this is what they think. But some of this glass with this pattern on, this frieze of frosted grapes and the panels cut underneath it, or scales. It was made back in Victorian times by multiple companies, and even into theoretically modern times, like John Walsh. Although John Walsh, I think they closed in 1949. Doesn't matter. 20th century. Let's go with that. Yeah, they weren't the only ones. Let me show you something else just to make your life hard. You see this pattern, you go, yeah, John Walsh, and then someone clicks, it goes Edinburgh Crystal, Loch Nagar. Yeah, similar, different shapes, but it's effectively the same pattern. The only way you're going to know is know the shapes, which are different, and because there's not lots of it because it's less well known, but yeah, know the shapes and probably know the details of the engraved grapes and how they're different from John Walsh. And the only way you're going to learn that is by having one of each and by comparing them and having them for a little while. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to forget. And the only other way you're going to know is know the shapes. This is my favourite though. This is like a Georgian little bucket wine glass like that. But anyway, yeah, just wanted to highlight one of those risks of trying to ID glass, where effectively you've got a pattern that wasn't patented by anybody because it's from back in the eons of time, and multiple companies are making it.
Got a little mixed bunch here. All white friars, tumbler, ribbed wave vase. This looks like Pukeberg or someone. That's Scandinavian. Bergdala, Scandi Troll. What's this? It's Orifice. Yeah, it is Orifice, and it says it's signed. Yep. And then this is. Oh, that's quite sweet, actually. Trying to think what the plant is. It'll come to me. Let's have a look underneath. Ooh. Who that's by? I don't know if I can get that to. I'll blow that up and see what that is. I'm trying to remember what the flower is. It's killing me. I'm thinking it's one of the Primrose family ones, but I can't think what it's called. That's terrible. And then this is a web jug, I'm sure. Yeah, it is. Look at the. Can you see the pattern? Yes. Is it marked? No. I mean, it could be Edwardian, so pre-marking.
We are looking at the whitefriarsglassworks.com website, and yeah, this is the vase, the little blue vase that we were looking at. People call this ribbed wave, and it's a tumbler vase, they call it. And it's a 8473 pattern. Yeah, very memorable. And it comes in a whole bunch of different sizes: 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches, 15 inches, sorry. So yeah, lots of different, and it's even got the prices in shillings and pence there. So that's it. It tells you about the colours, and sapphire is one of the colours, so that's the colour we're looking at. Now, according to the book, it was designed by Marriott Powell, came out in 1930, but it doesn't. There's a 31 catalogue and it's not there. And the book also said it carried on to the early 70s, but the last catalogue I can see it in is 66. It might be that I'm blind and I've missed it. And by 66, it's in one colour, it's in 4 sizes, and it's in ruby only. So there you go. So generally, most people say if it's in red, and it's usually a dark red, like it looks here, although this is black and white, but it's dark, then it's a late one. I think that the red ones became, from what I've been told, more and more red ones were produced because they became the most popular ones. So anyway, that is what it is. It's definitely Whitefriars, and you could stick a date of 1930 on it, and it's designed by Marriott Powell. I hunted around, I couldn't find any Bergdahler catalogues or anything like that. I've seen those trolls, and I'm sure I've seen them in a catalogue, but I can't find them now. It's someone obscure, maybe it's Bergdahler, but anyway, here it is. And yeah, everybody's saying it's Bergdahler Glassbrook, Sweden, and it's quite a lot of them, and everybody's saying they're Bergdahler. So I don't like being a lemming and jumping off the cliff with everybody else, but at this point I don't have much choice. So Bergdahler looks to be right.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I only used one book in this. I think, or was it 2? Anyway, it doesn't matter. All the reference I used will be in the description below. All the contact details for Click Antiques will be in the description below. They're very helpful people there, they're very nice. So please go and visit if you're in Northampton. And please remember to like and subscribe because it helps my channel. So thank you for watching and have a good night. Good night.